Now I can see you.
Hey, I can see you and hear you. Fabulous.
So I guess we're live. Hello, this is the beat of all things spicy with Conjured Vaporz peppers. And sorry we had a lot of technical difficulties, but this is Josh Steele.
Greetings and salutations, denizens and citizens of the Capsation community, and all you beautiful, beautiful chili heads watching out there, and welcome to the show.
So we'll see how many of you show up, if any, and if not, we'll put it on our YouTubes afterwards. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We don't know what happened. So
It happens. Technology is a funny thing, my man. I'm just happy to be out here and doing our thing, you know what I'm saying?
So how's your day been, Josh?
My day's been pretty awesome. I was off today, so I spent the first half of the day with the wife. We ran some errands and walked the doggo a couple times and got some stuff knocked out. It's been a pretty productive day.
That sounds like a great day. I'm glad to hear it. So
Tried to make every day a
I
good day.
understand you went to a chili pepper festival recently.
I did. I attended the 18th annual North Carolina Hot Sauce Festival and Pepper Eating Contest in Oxford, North Carolina. It was a
Yeah?
fun little experience.
How'd it go?
It went pretty good. I really enjoyed myself. I got on stage and it was a big adrenaline rush. Each round was a speed round, which I'd trained for, but I wasn't expecting the pepper lineup. I came in fifth because I was eliminated in a speed round. I couldn't get a giant jalapeno down in 30 seconds. It was a little bit meatier than I'd remember jalapenos being.
Well, and the funny thing about jalapenos is that when you're doing super hots, when after you eat a bunch of super hots and you drink some water, what happens?
It burns a lot
It
more. It
burns.
spreads the oil around.
Yeah, so those jalapenos are full of juice. They're full of water, right? So they get hotter and they're meaty and they're hard to get through. So I was actually in a jalapeno eating contest on the exact same time as Josh. Well, a little earlier in the day. And we had 30 seconds to eat as much as we could, and I still didn't even place in the top three. And I can eat super hots all day long, but for some reason, jalapenos are a pain in the rear end.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it
what do
was
you got?
definitely hard for me to swallow.
What do you got in the way of peppers, Josh?
Well, right now on hand, I have the bag of mustards that I got from Maggie and Matt Stewart that are beautiful. And I also have a gallon bag full of peppers that you sent me from Conjured Vaporz peppers. And then I've got 4 or 5 more gallon bags in the fridge of mixed reds, chocolates, and yellow and peach super hots from a variety of different folks that I've been sent over the last couple weeks. I've been blessed to try lots of pods this season. It's been a beautiful experience.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Grumpy. Sorry about all the technical difficulties we had earlier, but we finally figured out a way to get on live. So anyway, we're going to be consuming some super hot, some mustards that we got from Matt and Maggie Stewart. This is a solid gold ghost. I had to look at it. And then this is a mustard primo tally. And we're just going to chat a little bit and talk about whatever comes up and see how the night goes.
Sounds like an excellent plan.
So I think we should probably just have a little snack and then see if we can talk afterwards. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan to me. These are definitely beautiful pods.
Look at the inside of that solid gold ghost.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's cool, Brandon. Man, these are delicious. I adore mustard pods. I love the earthy flavor.
Very much so. A lot of people have told me that I seem weird because mustards and chocolates are my two favorites because they're so earthy, but
Hey Tim, how's it going tonight? What are you talking about this? Handy dandy knife. So that jalapeno wrecked you, huh? Was it because it was hot or because you just couldn't get through it or what?
just because I couldn't swallow it within the time limit. The chewing it up and the heat level was no problem. I took the ghost peppers and the scotch bonnets and the reapers that we had beforehand, no problem, chewed them up, got them down in 15 seconds. But it started off with, we had a lunchbox pepper, then we did the jalapeno, then they jumped to ghost, then we did a habanero, chocolate habanero, scotch bonnet, then Carolina Reaper. Then he goes, we're going to do a giant jalapeno because the Reaper sets it up for the jalapeno to eliminate them.
Yeah. That's hilarious. You know, I've never seen a competition like that. I've never seen the North Carolina Hot Sauce Festival before. That was my first. The funny thing was when we got on the North Carolina live stream, we couldn't see you. I messaged you.
Yeah,
I'm like, "Are you okay?" I was like, I was worried that you didn't make it to the festival.
oh no, I was the first one there. It was just the angle of the live stream they set up on one side of the stage, and it was kind of a. But yeah, I was there. I was the first to last on the very end. I was between the four-time champion Ben, and another fellow that drove from I think it was Birmingham, Alabama.
That's cool. Yeah. Eventually, we saw you. We saw the patch. We're like, and that's all we saw, just the patch. We're like, he's there. He's there. We don't have to be worried about him.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm gonna start this mustard primo tally.
Yeah, I just ate a mustard primatali. It was very nice. I don't know the names of a lot of these by heart. I just kind of grab them and eat them.
The really straight ones are the solid gold ghosts.
Okay.
But anyway, so are you going to be able to come to Baltimore on the 22nd or 21st?
I am not, unfortunately. That's the week of my late grandma's birthday and my birthday.
Oh, well, happy
Plus,
early birthday.
thank you. Plus, with everything going on with the wife and her family and whatnot, with doctor's appointments and stuff, it's just not prudent or necessary to go to a festival right now. I would love to be there. I definitely appreciated Scoville Unit's invite for the endurance match. It's my dream to be on that stage one day at a League of Fire event, but real life comes first sometimes, unfortunately.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's I'm glad you got the experience of being on a stage because there's not a lot of feelings out there like it.
Oh, definitely agree. And for me, I feel like I fit right in because I like the attention and the spotlight. I'm a natural attention whore, so to speak. Mm.
So, what are your goals in League of Fire this year?
Oh, that's a good question. My goals for this year, since this will be the first season that I'm actually going to compete for the entire season, I definitely want to finish in the at least top 25 again. But my big goal for this season is to achieve my first solo world record.
Yeah. What are
Last
you
season,
gonna
my
shoot for?
rookie season, I was a part of the big world record that we set on the Texas hotspot for most challenges done in one sitting or event, where like 20 of us did like 100 and some challenges.
That's pretty cool. I never saw that episode.
Yeah, that was one of my first episodes. I contributed by doing a Maddie's cowlick with a Reaper teacher, and then I did was either a Ryback or a Killer Queen later on in the show.
That's cool. That must have been before I joined.
Yeah,
Busy
it was
Dragon.
like my first month. I kind of just dove in head first into the deep end.
That's cool. Yeah, we're just eating some mustard pods, some solid gold ghosts, and some mustard primatales from Matt and Maggie Stewart from Dry Fork Micro Farm.
And the mustard primatales, they got some good heat to them.
Yes, they do. They're a little bit warm.
They are. They've already got my sinuses dripping.
Yeah, I'm about to grab my first paper towel myself.
So you've been doing this a lot longer than me, Dean. About what time did you get into the pepper game?
Sorry, this pod's getting my throat. So I started peppers. Well, I've been growing jalapenos, serranos, habaneros for years and years and years. But in 2019, I went to a nursery and I found a Reaper plant, a scorpion pepper plant, and a ghost pepper plant. And I'm like, I wonder if I can grow super hots. So I brought them home, and man, they grew astronomically fast and well. And I'd have people walking down the sidewalk. They're like, "Hey, is that a ghost pepper?" I'm like, "No, it's a Carolina Reaper." They're like, "Ghost pepper is the hottest pepper in the world, right?" I'm like, "No, this one is." At least at the time it was. At least I was ignorant, you know.
Right.
And they're like, "Can I get one of those?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no." I'd heard all the horror stories about people burning holes in their bellies and having heart attacks, and I'm like, no, unless I know what they can do to me, I'm not giving them to other people. So I
True.
started intentionally raising my tolerance. At the time, I could eat about 3 jalapenos, and then that fourth jalapeno would just light me on fire. So I was like, I wonder if I eat 3 jalapenos every single day, how my tolerance would work. So that's what I did. I went to the grocery store and I just bought pounds of jalapenos, and I would eat 3 every single day. And
Okay.
eventually, it became really easy. And so then, when it became easy, I would throw in a serrano. And then when that became easy, I went to 3 serrano peppers. And then when that became easy, I threw in a habanero. And when that became easy, I went to 3 habaneros. So I just steadily persevered and just raised my tolerance little by little by little until I got to the point where I'm eating 12 to 15 super hots a day. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't tend to eat 12 to 15 in one sitting unless I'm at the table, right? But
Right.
how about you? What brought you to the spice game?
Well, for me, I've always loved eating spicy food. Gradually, over time, stuff got less and less spicy, so I kept looking for more and more of a challenge. Then I started watching TikTok, and I would see people like Papa Tone and Craven Capsation, Spicy Cam, and all these other people doing little spicy challenges. So I'm like, I've been wanting to get into TikTok. I'm going to start doing this. So I started doing little things with, little challenges here and there, Satan's Toe and little nitro gummy. And late one night, I'm scrolling through YouTube and I seen this trailer for a show called Super Hots. So I immediately go to Hulu and I start binge watching it. And I'm like, this is what I want to try and do. I think
Yep.
I could do this. I think it would be fun. So I kind of got on Facebook and looked up the page and signed up and paid for my subscriber pass and just jumped in head first by ordering challenges and adding people in the community and trying to learn as much as I could.
Yeah, for those of you in the audience who may not know Josh, he has a mean tolerance. I swear his tolerance is probably equal to mine, if not a little better than mine at times. If you guys haven't
Mouth
seen his
tolerance,
channel, if you guys haven't
mouth
seen his
tolerance,
channel
I would
before,
say so, but
I
stomach
don't know.
tolerance is something I'm still definitely working on.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know, you and I will be doing something similar, and it's just like you just waste me. Doing that good, Ashley and Charlie. How are you guys? But so if you guys haven't seen Josh do his thing, you should check out his YouTube channel. I don't have the link in this one because we had technical difficulties in the beginning, so we had to restart a new one. But it's the smoking section. Just Google the smoking section and Josh, and it'll come right up. Unless Josh, if you have your YouTube channel memorized, do you have the address memorized?
I do not have the address memorized, but you can find it by looking up the smoking section or Joshua Steele Clippard.
Yeah, you guys should check out his channel. It's pretty fun. He's all about the spicy shenanigans constantly, all the time. The man's great. He's a beast.
Oh, I try. Like, I prepped for this, but I ate a couple chocolate super hots earlier, so my tummy's been iffy. That's why I say my mouth tolerance is really good most times, but my stomach tolerance, because I have ulcers, is really iffy sometimes. So I've tried and tried to build my stomach tolerance, but it's one of those things that's just something you got to work on over time, I guess.
Where are you at on your pods, Josh? I'm on number 5. What do you want?
I've ate 3 so far, and my tummy's like, so I'm just chilling, talking to you at the moment.
That's the whole point, right? We're here to have a chat and just shoot the shit. But it's interesting how Super Hot brought so many people into the pepper game, right? I was already growing Super Hots. I was already growing them. I was eating them. I was probably at, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 Super Hots a day when Super Hot aired. And, I was like, hey, babe, we need to watch this. And she's like, no way. I guarantee there's going to be people puking. But somehow I convinced her to watch it, and she absolutely had a blast. I'd been telling her about Johnny for years. I'd been telling her about Uncle Bull Cow for a couple of years. And so she finally got to see the people that I've been badgering her about forever, right?
Right.
So
it was a beautiful thing.
So she had an absolute blast. The kid loved it. And same for me. When I saw it, I'm like, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. And
Definitely.
in July at Erie, for the first time, I got to do it. And I had a blast.
Yeah. I was watching the live stream, and you absolutely killed it, man. You went up there complete unknown to a lot of people watching and in the crowd. Like, you weren't a known contender, and like you got up there and you just put them down. Like, it was incredible.
It was fun, dude. And I think you could sit here and have a chat with a friend, and they're gonna destroy you, right? But the second you're on that stage, the energy on that stage, the energy from the crowd, your mind being able to focus, you add all those things together, and you could go for hours. We'll see if I'm going to be able to next Saturday, because I'm going to be in an endurance challenge eating 7 Pop Primos, but I'm only on number 6 right now, and I'm pretty warm.
Well, I mean, as somebody that sat there and watched you eat 20 of them in under 2 minutes, I mean, you can put down some 7 pots.
No, I agree with you, Dizzy. I completely agree.
What I find interesting for me is I came into the scene after Super Hots was a thing. So I'd binge watched the season like 2 or 3 times before I actually got to talk to some of these people. And the first time that Shahina messaged me, it's kind of a mark out moment. Or the first time I was on the Texas hot spot, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the show with Goot from Super Hots. This is
Yep.
incredible. So I mean, it's been a eye-opening experience to say the least. Going on the stage was definitely super fun. I mean, the adrenaline hits. You look out at all the people. It just kind of pumps you up. I tried to do what you had told me. I didn't really pay too much to the other competitors except for give them a push, between the rounds. But I just focused on the crowd, looked at them as like a whole blur sea of people, and just ate my pepper and was like focused on entertaining them.
Here you go, Corky. We got solid gold ghosts. And if I can find one, we have mustard primo tally. I might have eaten them all. Oh, there we go. There's a mustard primo tally. How you doing tonight, Corky? Yeah, so I think that it's going to be an interesting game because the people who are coming in this year, the 2024 year anyway, there's some beasts. You're talking about Steven Fiery Red, just people who can eat and eat and eat and eat.
Yeah.
I think
Fiery
it's going to
Red's
be.
definitely, he's a monster. He's got great tolerance. He trains his butt off. And the most special thing about that guy is he's truly humble. He's such a down to earth, good hearted individual. Like, he represents, like so many others, what this community is really about.
Agreed. Charlie, what's up, dude?
Charlie,
So
my man.
Corky's asking how you doing, Josh.
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I mean, I take each day at a time and just try to live my best life. I try to do what's right for, the family first and make sure I get time to devote to all the people that give their time to pay and support and watch the Leagues of Fire and our YouTubes. And man, I just love trying to give back and journey with everybody. And I'm a big fan of Corky's. I've seen her do amazing things and sit at the table and eat. And she's got some amazing content on her channel.
Corky wants to know what you're chewing on, Josh.
I have no idea what these little guys are, honestly. I'm not super knowledgeable about the peppers. I just eat them and hope they're tasty while they're hot.
Move it down a little bit. That looks like it might be a mustard primo tally, dude. With that tail curve like that?
Yep, it's the same one as the first 3 I ate, so.
Look like this one?
It's a hot little fella.
So what'd your lady think of the festival?
She had fun. She said she thought it was really cool watching us up there compete. It was her first time going to something like that too. I mean, the heat made it a little bit rough on us for our first go round because we had to walk a lot, and it took about an hour or a little under, it felt like, to find a parking spot. But
so other than being at the table, what other highlights did you have while you were there?
Just being in a sea of that many people that were there to come together and be positive and have a good time, and all for the love of capsation. I looked around for people that I knew. I seen Ryan and Leela, and I could have went and talked to them, but they looked super busy at their booth, so I didn't want to impose or bother them.
I'm glad they were busy. That means they made money.
Yep. I saw Frankie from Frankie's Friendly Farms. He was walking around, cute little kid, man, such an inspiration. You know, to be 11 years old and have his own hot sauce and in the game and doing good things. I was really hoping to run into like Vic Kalenko or KTB Saucy, but you know, Vic reached out and he had other things going on. So much love and respect to Vic. He's a really good guy. He's a huge inspiration to me, and everybody loves Vic, man. It's the largest hot sauce collection in the world. Can give you all kinds of great advice.
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait till the day you and I get to eat at a table together.
That'll definitely be fun. I feel like I push more and I do better when I'm with friends and I've got people egging me on.
Absolutely. It's the way it works, right? It's what this game's all about.
Definitely.
So where's your heat level at?
Heat level's at about a 3.5 or a 4 after those 4 pods.
That's it? What's your belly tolerance? Where's your belly heat level at?
My belly's about a 6.5 or a 7. Not really hot, but with my belly, it gets really queasy and bubbly fast for some reason.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't know if it's because I've got ulcers or it's just because I don't really have a large stomach capacity. As Ruthless Reaper pointed out, I'm kind of a small guy. I'm only 5'8", 200 pounds. Skinny build for that.
I'm a small guy,
I can eat, but my stomach volume, like when I did the Killer Queens, the most I could hold was 3. After that, my stomach was like, there's no more room.
Yeah, I'm a small guy too. I'm about 6'5", 300 pounds.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when I met Ian, we looked eye to eye. Same with Chris. We look eye to eye as well. Actually, I think Chris is a little taller than me. But yeah.
Yeah, most of the guys in the community as far as competitors are bigger, burlier gentlemen. I think me and Charlie and Michael and Ryan are the smallest ones.
Yeah, that's okay. You small guys, you pack a big punch though.
I try.
I don't feel like I could ever hold a candle to Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's an amazing talent, man. I don't see how he reacts everything the way he does.
What time is it there, Charlie?
Gorgeous thing. Just put it right in front of us, and then want us.
What's the wife watching tonight, Josh?
She's watching Grey's Anatomy at the moment. She's catching up on that. That's what we were watching while we were waiting to figure out what the link was going to be, and then we had technical difficulties out the booty hole.
That's fun. Yeah, well, yeah, and again, sorry guys, we tried for 15 minutes to get on that live, and we just couldn't do it. Finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get on StreamYard. I've never been on it before. Didn't take too long.
StreamYard usually works pretty good for me. That's what I've used most of the time I've been on the social media, like podcast scene for the last couple of years.
Yeah, this is my first time, so I like it. I don't like how small you and I look to me, but I like it otherwise.
I hear you. See, like you see me, I've ate like sometimes I can come out here and I'll eat like 15 pods. Sometimes it's 8, 10. Right now, after those 4, my stomach's giving me a fit right now, trying to make me want to push this stuff up just because it's not happy. that's that's why I try to push so hard. Y'all see me come out sometimes multiple times a day because I'm trying to train it, but it just don't want to cooperate.
So
So
I
if I
saw
end
you
up
do.
spewing, so if I end up spewing here, I'm sorry. I am.
So I saw you do a meat injector full of tincture. Why don't you tell the crowd how that went?
Oh, that was a fun ride. Oh, well, the first 2 minutes were good. It was just a constant heat climb. Everything after that was downhill very bad. I started vibrating, couldn't see. Oh, it was a rough experience, but it was fun. I would do it again.
Yeah, well, Jeff is sending me 3 bottles, so my turn's next.
Very nice.
So, Brandon, what time are you going to do your mustards? I want to watch. So, Josh, your belly's getting upset. You tell me when it's time to go, okay?
Oh, I'll keep talking even if I puke unless it bothers you.
I don't care. Spews get views, right?
We shall see. But
Doing all right there?
like I said, it's funny and weird because sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. I
Yeah.
prepped. I had 4 biscuits with sausage gravy and a little bit of tamine pal with a chicken patty.
Wow. You know, my secret is butter. Don't get me wrong. I don't just bite into a stick of butter like some people do, but I'll put a crap ton of butter on whatever I'm eating.
Butter works well. What I've heard is grease, carbs, and caseation or
You know.
casein or however you say it. The active ingredient in milk. So I
Oh,
usually
you're
try to
talking about
incorporate those
casein.
3.
You're talking about the
Yeah,
protein casein.
yeah.
Calpico works pretty well. I don't know what Calpico is, Dizzy.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is either.
So, what do you want to do for your world record?
I'm looking at either the Rybacks, which I'm going to be attempting that on the hot spot with a couple other people.
Yeah.
As a wrestling fan, I would love to have the Ryback world record. I'm also wanting to try and get the world record for the eye or die because I really
Okay.
like the pickled onion.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't tried either one of those yet. So I'm focusing right now pretty much on Harvest 912. You know, the fact that Tad and Kit were so kind as to sponsor me. I want to do everything I can to help increase their bottom line. You know, being able to help people or convince people to buy their products and get some shoes on people's feet.
Definitely a good thing.
Yeah. So
I love their products. I'm a huge fan of the Maddie's Holy Cow Lick. I've still got 4 or 5 sitting over there. I've got 4 of the peppermint barks in my freezer waiting to do all 4 of them for a challenge coming up soon.
That's cool.
Man, they're a great organization, as you said. All their money and resources and funding go back to helping the community in one way or
Yep.
another with the homeless and the shoes and helping people get medical attention that they may need here and there at different churches. And but you got to love people that help build the world up instead of tear it down. We need more of that. We
Absolutely.
really do. And I see so many beacons of hope and humanity in the Chili Head community. It's really cool.
Yeah, so when I first got into the chili community 5 years ago, I joined seed saving and seed trading groups, and there were some great people, but then there were some narcissistic people too. I ended up leaving like 3 different seed trading groups because of narcissistic owners, which really sucks. But
Well, it can. It can. I mean, with every community, you're bound to have a few bad apples, and I can understand the competitive nature and the paranoia that can be driven in the seed community to create the next hot pepper or the next big thing.
yep,
I mean that's never been me. I've never had that kind of ego, but I can see how that could affect people. But I agree with you. It's definitely uncool when that happens.
yeah, for me, I was giving seeds away. And I to this day I've never sold a thing. I give everything away.
Very
I
cool.
there might come a day when I start selling, but if I do, it's going to be sauce, tinctures, stuff like that. It's not going to be pods and seeds. At least I don't think so. But
Understandable.
yeah. So yeah, I love
Yeah,
sharing.
I can't knock the people that make money off of, a certain strain of pepper or their seeds or building their brand because by all means, do you boo boo, have your hustle. But to me, I feel like, a pepper plant is something that God gave us and man has just improved on. So
Absolutely.
for us, for us to claim ownership of a certain pepper and be like, no, you can't have that, or no, you can't grow that, that just seems like an overreach of our capabilities and responsibilities to me.
Yeah, it's so funny. So everybody's chasing the world's hottest pepper. That's not what I want. I want to create the world's tastiest pepper. Like Tony Sherwood when he created that Tangerine TS, or when the Sugar Rush Peach was created. These are some peppers that are
Exactly.
absolutely phenomenally delicious. Did you get a chance to try one of those Sugar Rush Peaches?
I have not. I
Why don't
have
you?
their. Which one are they?
They're the really long, thin, cylindrical pod that's peach colored, and they have a little nipple at the bottom.
This guy.
Yep, that's a Sugar Rush Peach. Give it a try. It might actually cleanse your mouth a little bit, cleanse some of that taste for you.
There will search the list because human genome mapping will give people's information so that they can find the pieces before they happen.
Yeah, Dizzy, it makes great crosses. What do you think, Josh?
Really tasty.
It's your first time.
Really flavorful.
I know this is very expensive undertaking, but maybe if you spend so much money on coffee sleeves and new logo.
Heavy citrus notes, very tangy and sweet. Hints of bell peppers. I like that. That's very nice.
Because you're in charge.
Yeah, I think I gave you 3 or 4 of them. That way you could have a pepper to enjoy as well. So
That's very good. I like that. I appreciate that. That brings me to what I was about to say was your point with the beautifully tasty peppers is I would love I love hot. I love to burn. I love a pepper that'll make me say, "Oh my God, why did I eat that?" But if you could give me a pepper that tasted as good as this, or a lunchbox pepper with the heat of
yep,
a 7 pot, man, I'd be in heaven.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's my goal. I want to create a pepper that chefs around the world want to use. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a long road trying to get it, but anyway. So, all right. Well, we've been on here for 40 minutes. Everybody, thank you for watching this show. He's having, his belly's going. My belly's starting to go. I think we'll call it a night, and really appreciate all of you. And if you haven't seen the smoking section, get on Google and Google the smoking section and Josh Steele. Check out his channel. Give him a couple subs, guys. Thank
I
you, guys.
appreciate that. I do.
This is the need of all things spicy. Josh.
I appreciate you having me on, Dean. I really do. It's been an honor and a treat, and I'm always welcome or willing to come back and chat with y'all. I appreciate everybody that tuned in to watch. You can catch me on the smoking section. I usually try to get an episode out at least once a week. You can hit me up on Facebook and follow me there. I do Shenanigans there as well and go live. So I appreciate everyone. I hope everybody has a fabulous night, and thank you all for tuning in.
This is the need of all things spicy. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful night. We're out.